Well, at the top of the show, we told you how livestock prices were putting the squeeze on profits for butchers and grocery stores. In this week's Bottom Line, Neil Melanson shows us how far livestock prices have come and what we're going to pay for beef in the future.
The Bottom Line is brought to you by the Cotton Board, strengthening the fiber of our industry.
In the last 2 weeks, we have seen new highs in the cattle markets. At one point, feeder cattle futures were over $2.10 per pound. Of course, we've been talking about how high these prices have been for the last couple of years. Earlier on in the show, for example, you heard beef prices are higher than they've ever been. So why is this any different? Well, for starters, let's take a look at last year. Prices are now more than 50% higher for livestock than where we were this time last year. While that's not the biggest year-over-year gain in history, considering how high prices are at $1.50, consider what that means now. It's not just feeder cattle, it's live cattle, boxed beef prices, and pretty much every aspect of the livestock market except one. In addition, the overall slaughter of cattle and beef output is roughly down 6% than last year. And that one spot I was telling you about is the bright spot of feed. The cost of feed right now is pretty low. The reason prices haven't shot up even more than they are now is corn prices are about 50% lower than what they were this time last year. Further, this year isn't seeing a drought, so the cost of maintaining cattle isn't as high. The bottom line is it's a good time to have a lot of cattle, plenty to sell and plenty to make more cows with. Short of that, prices are going to go up, and the makings of lower prices are starting right now. The low cost of feed will help cushion some of these prices and make for a larger pool of cattle in the future. And Kristen, of course, you know, we saw Avery's story earlier. It's just going to be the way things are, and I bet especially come Christmas time, Thanksgiving, we're just going to see those high prices continue.
Well, I'll tell you one investment that I wish I could make right now is to buy a herd of cattle at a low price, so that I could sell them at these high prices.
Buy low, sell high.
But it doesn't happen like that. You can't do both. Well, that about does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. We'll bring you an encore presentation of this Twyla over the next 2 weeks, while we're at the 92nd annual meeting of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation and enjoying the 4th of July holiday. But on July 12th, we'll return with all of the stories we've gathered from the Crescent City. Until then, you can watch all of our stories from this show or past shows on our website at twylatv.org. And keep up with what we're doing via Facebook and Twitter. For all of us here at Twyla, thanks for watching. We hope to see you again right here next week.